Let me toss over to our Bangalore studio where my colleague Shri has a few questions for you. She incidentally did her homework because she traveled the length and breadth of Karnataka, and we did a couple of location-based shows on NewsX. So it's over to you, Shri.
Sir, my first question to you is, from the time the first phase started, when you talked a lot, when the party talked a lot about stability being an issue, then it became price rise and then went on to terrorism. Do you feel that the strategy that worked for you was a mix of the right kind of issues plus the right kind of preparedness, in the sense, because Congress leaders since morning have been talking about the fact that they had very little time to prepare, but a lot of the BJP leaders here have been talking about the fact that for the first 6 months they were already putting their strategy together, deciding what the ticket distribution would be like.
Shri, may I tell you that the party has been fighting a series of elections, as for example in Punjab, in Gujarat, in Uttarakhand, and now in Karnataka. And in all these elections, price rise has been an important issue. In all these elections, the pathetic plight of the farmers has been an important issue. And in all these elections, depending on what kind of incident of terrorism or such has taken place in those times, terrorism and the present government, UPA government's soft attitude towards terrorism, its inability to contain inflation, and its inability to see that the plight of the farmers is really improved. These have been important factors. So it wasn't difficult for us, even in Karnataka, to identify these very issues, to say that they had no time, the Congress had no time to prepare what issues to project. It's a very puerile way of covering up their inability to project even a leader, to project even a captain of the team. And in fact, I can tell you very frankly that the day a senior leader of Karnataka from Congress party, who was serving as the governor of an important state, was recalled from there, I felt that it is he who was going to be projected as the potential chief minister of Karnataka. And therefore I was frankly surprised when I went to Karnataka and saw posters in which half a dozen leaders were there belonging to different castes and all that. And I said, why is this so? And then I came to the conclusion that most political parties have become such prisoners of the casteist psyche that they feel that elections depend entirely on the caste factor. And so unless you have a picture of 4, 5, 6 leaders belonging to different castes and communities on the propaganda, advertisements and all that, you are not going to win. I would say that right choice of issues, for example in Karnataka, apart from the issues that I have mentioned, the urban chaos that we see in Bangalore was an important issue, and which was mentioned even in our manifesto. But more important was the fact that there was no hesitation at all about who should be projected as the leader of the team, who would be the chief minister of Karnataka if we get a majority, and that made our campaign very focused, unlike that of the Congress party.
But sir, you mentioned the fact that the Congress actually cobbled together various leaders who were representing the OBCs or the Dalits or the Vocaligas. But the fact of the matter is, with the projection of Yediyurappa, there was also this feeling over here that there was a polarization, a very well thought out polarization of the Lingayat community over here. And that was the strategy of BJP from the beginning, and that's what paid off. And there's also this question that perhaps this would in future isolate the very dominant Vocaliga community.
If you see the list of candidates that were put up by the BJP, you will find that in the choice of candidates, there was no such predominance of any one community or caste. And that, but I think that unless you project a leader, your campaign cannot be focused. To tell you frankly, only a few months back, we had a similar problem in Himachal Pradesh. We had two senior leaders, and both of them commanding great respect in the state, one belonging to the Brahman community, another belonging to the Rajput community. And this proposal was brought before the party, that why not allow both of them to contest, decide after the elections, so that we have the advantage of both the communities. And the party decided no, we should not think in terms of only caste. Just as it is the duty of a political party to tell the people in advance what are the highlights of its manifesto, what it proposes to do. Similarly, it is the duty of a political party to tell the people as to who would be the chief minister or the leader of the party once you give us a majority. It is in fairness to the people, to the electorate, and it is in the interest of democracy that one does it. I think that our experience in Himachal, our experience in Karnataka only fortifies this concept of ours, that it makes the campaign very focused. In case of Adiyurappa, the fact that his stature in public life and in politics has been essentially because of his concern for the farmer and for the farmer's problems and his attention to it. And he, even when he was the deputy chief minister in the earlier government, coalition government, and he was entrusted the portfolio of finance, he saw to it that both his budgets took very special care of the farmers' issues.
Sir, there is one question that I've been trying to get an answer to from BJP leaders over here, and I haven't. But I think someone of your stature would be able to answer the question, which is that the BJP is a national party, but why is it that in all of Karnataka you did not have any representation from the Muslim or the Christian community, and there were very few women candidates as well? Isn't representation as important in a democracy as winnability?
It is important. But so far as women candidates are concerned, there has been progressive growth in that direction, but we wish there were more. And similarly, candidates from among the Muslim community or the Christian community, with the passage of time, that is also growing. And winnability cannot be disregarded totally. So only, otherwise it would be said that only for the sake of putting up token candidates have you set up this candidate. I can tell you that it was a big decision, major decision we took when a by-election took place in Bhagalpur some time back. And everyone advised us. Bhagalpur is an area where there have been Hindu-Muslim riots in the past. A major riot took place, and therefore your decision to put up Shah Nawaz is not a sound decision. Hindus may not vote for him because he is a Muslim, and Muslims may not vote for him because he is a BJP candidate. And therefore, when you have other choices, so many choices, anyone can win that seat. Why not put up someone else? We decided no, Shah Nawaz is suitable for that, and the day he won from Bhagalpur, I felt very happy at this decision. Such approaches the party is always willing to make, and such decisions have been taken in the past. I am sure that they will be taken in the future also.